Bet you can end this on your own if you had to, but you can't sponsor me for help. Here's how likely soon to evolve, make a full target. Tyranitar, the armor Pokemon. Yeah, I know it's gotta go away. As you'd expect from the name, it possesses impressive defenses. This may be a long fight. But my Scrafty should do well against the Tyranitar in terms of type matchups. And in any case, the Tyranitar needs our help, so he'll simply have to do it. I bet you can end on. Yeah, okay, whatever. Same dialogue. Tyranitar! It's a good thing every move I have is effective against it. Ow! That's powered. Have a potion. Make it evolve. Big blade. Now the chance to attack. The power takes a bit to start up. Oh, please. We'll not deal with that. I sense more danger. Watch out, but don't step into stand. There we go. First power. Dazzling Gleam. What do I got that help? What where am I going? Ouch! Oh jeez. Find this spot if you can. Ooh, that's close. Oh jeez. Have a potion. Ow. Don't get too close, that's gonna be difficult then, because I need to approach it. I can't beat it up if I can't get any closer. Oh jeez, it came to me! Why are so many out of bounds? Okay, you're gonna quiet them out of bounds. Okay, that makes sense. Down the way. I don't really use max potions. Ow. Make it evolve. Get away from me. Dazzling Gleam. Earth Power. Kick Drain. Leaf Blade. Dazzling Gleam. Very nice. Tyranitar. Oh, these amount of Pokemon gathering Lumiose and all this Vogue Mega Evolution. I'll be relieved when we can finally figure out the cause and put these mysteries to bed. Spotlight! Looks like we're taking care of all the Vogue Pokemon that have been reported. I know we'll go back to the hotel for now. Let's head back to hotel season, shall we? I'm home! We managed to save another bunch of Pokemon from Vogue Mega Evolution. As usual, it was largely thanks to your efforts. In fact, you really did yourself this time. I'm so glad we've got you on Team MZ. Hey, Lazy, can I ask you something? Yes? What is it, my young friend? You kept saying we need to find the strongest Mega Evolution user. But how do we determine that? Like, how do we know which trainer is the actual strongest? That is up to Floette to decide. How do you mean? I mean that it will require the greatest of Mega Evolution users to handle Floette's true power. For the moment, let us simply be glad that you all continue to succeed in calling rogue Pokemon. But do we know if Floette would even decide who's the strongest? Well, I'm sure she know. Maybe it's gotta be a Pokemon trainer that only Floette thinks he could rely on? Oh, that must be cool. Says who? Nope. Grisham? Who the fuck is Grisham? So it's finally time. You're closing in on ranking now, at the very top of the ZA Royale. Just one question. Who the heck is Grisham? Does anyone know? Odd that they've made it to rank B, but managed to keep their face secret. Some folks prefer not to show their face in their profile photo. They want to keep their daily lives and the ZA Royale activity separate. Some people register under pseudonyms or nicknames too. That's true, but still. How are you supposed to find them to have your promotion match? You have to wait for them to find you, I guess? And with things getting worse with Prism Tower? No way, we can't just sit back and wait. Let's ask Emma. Yeah, she's our best bet. Let's head to the local bureau away and try to find out more about this Grisham. Looks like the competition to see who hits rank A has begun. Who joins the ZA Royale under a false name? There are some strange people out there. The strongest Mega Evolution user. Another role I should have fulfilled and yet failed to. Firebolt! I entrust the futures of all in Lumiose to you. Please, do your best to protect them. Mima? Glad to see you too, Mimi. Hello there, what can I do for you today? If this is about your case, I've narrowed down the list of psychic candidates by looking at people who came to Lumiose within the last few years. Thanks, Emma, but it's actually another missing person we're here for today. Another missing person? No, I understand it. We need to find Corey's opponent for his next promotion match. Do you have a name? Grisham. Grisham. I know the name. One of the top ranked trainers of ZA Royale, so I've heard. And I can give you the information you need, but this knowledge could potentially put you in danger. Do you still want to know? Of course we still do. I figured you'd say that. Okay, I know what to do. If you beat me in battle, I'll tell you what I know. Come on, let's head outside. And I have to walk out manually because that's just what I'm gonna do in life, I suppose. Alright, last time she was able to show us Mega Evolution, so now it's my turn to show her how strong I've grown. You should know, Emma's really strong. Her detective work means she's too busy for the ZA Royale, but she'd be in the top ranks for sure. So thank you, Tony. I just talked to you beforehand. Are you ready to battle me? I'm ready to win. I'll be using Pokemon that were given to me by a man who played an important role in my life. Malamon, everyone, let's go! Good old Sawosik mentioned. Not by name though, but that's the mention. Let's go. It's powered. That still hits a lot though. Despite that shoot up. We spin! Lopunny. Kick a train. That's powered. That really takes a while to go off, huh? Okay. That's gonna be even more damage. It's Thunder Punch. We Mawile. Damn. We I love spinning. Alright, time to make it evolve, because I know for sure what's happening next. Malamar. My Pokemon and I aren't alone. My own mentors have our backs in spirit. My friend Malamar. I'm gonna feel first. even though I don't think it was imminent, I said, yeah. Now it's more likely gonna kill. Good thing those old guys aren't here to see this. I would be so embarrassed right by now. Tell me, what do you know about Team Flare? The other group that caused all the trouble for Kalos 5 years ago, right? Exactly right. Their group was led by a man named Lysander. He disappeared 5 years ago, but now he's reappeared, calling himself L. He's been spawning around town with mysterious Pokemon. They seem suspicious, so I decided to investigate them. Not for a client, just for me. But everything I've uncovered tells me that L hasn't been doing anything sinister at all. In fact, he seems to be genuinely trying to help save Lumiose. So it's not the old god we've got to worry about here, but rather the new. See, about 5 years ago, I've had my own ties to someone who was involved in Team Flare. That's how I heard out what I'm about to tell you. Before Team Flare collapsed, they started making moves to ensure they left a legacy. Apparently they tried a few things, including making the expansion suit that I use. Another one of the efforts involved training up a new generation to carry on their ideals. Gristham was one of the young trainers that Team Flare taught. Though it's not clear if Gristham is even a real name or not. And now it seems Gristham is taking part in the ZA Royale, but why? To what end? Does Gristham have a goal of their own? There's no way of saying for sure. Not until I do some more digging, at least. You know what? I bet maybe the Pokemon Research Lab could tell you a bit more about Gristham. You mean Mabel knows Gristham? Sorry, but that's not for me to say. It's up for Mabel to decide how much she wants to share. Thanks for the tip, Emma. Now I've done some investigating my own. You should go to the Pokemon Research Lab and see where Mabel is going. Ah! My goodness, the type of symptom is gross. Okay, so we're still seeing effects from Sawosik's training of leaving legacies behind. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. And it seems like Mabel's coming back to the plot after all, instead of just being the one who's like, here's a cancer starter. That brat! That fire little man! I can't believe that mayor. It's not my fault we keep getting more riot zones. And it's not even like I can tell him off. Now when he knows I'm basically at his mercy. But that doesn't mean I should get worked into the ground. I'm acting director of this place. Yo, you good? Are you making progress on my research task? Oh, that I am. But, I want to know about Grissom. Grissom? Who could that be? Someone who has a team player? Team player? It seems you already know more about Grissom than I would have thought. Fine, so I used to be part of Team Flail. Wait, seriously? I didn't know that, even though I technically knew that. I don't really mind telling people if they really curious. But there are still people today who react badly if they even hear the word Team Flail, you know? So I don't exactly walk around advertising it, but I won't lie about it if I'm Ash Lydon. So I don't exactly walk around advertising it, but when everything fell apart, I got taken into custody along with the others. But I took a plea deal. So I got made acting director of this lab. Easy to keep tabs on me if I'm always stuck here, right? My role in Team Flail also had me looking into Pokemon energy and all, so I don't hate the work. Sorry, I didn't mean for the sob story to spill out. You wanna know about Grissom, huh? He was a part of the younger generation in Team Flail. Everyone called him Gris. It means grey. Like the color of ashes. He was pretty young when it came to Pokemon battles. Not that he got much chance to show off that skill at the time. I honestly don't know what he might be thinking now joining the ZA Royale. But if you really got to know, you might want to try Novel Cafe over in Central Plaza. What's at Novel Cafe? You'll find out when you go, won't you? Jeez, kid, don't take all the mystery and fun out of life. You're about to walk into a pretty sticky situation, but I'll be there to help you when the time comes. And don't forget, I still want you to keep up the research work too. Oh, trust me, I know. Not gonna forget that. The only good thing we've got to offer is our location. Here for another nasty drink. If you'd like to order something, please speak to young lady there. Like to order a meeting with Grissom? Wow, isn't this entertaining? Looks like we managed to find your next opponent. The quiet master of Central Plaza's famed Novel Cafe truck is indeed just a front. The truth is, I'm one of the top direct trainers in the ZA Royale, the foremost trainer in Rank B, and the boss of Team Flail Novel. Yes, you found me, Grissom, at your service. I've got my own goals to achieve. Goals that have brought me to the ZA Royale. Which is why I cannot let you defeat me. I suppose this still makes little sense to you, however, so I explain the whole thing. Grissom, you know this kid is AZ. There's no point even trying to explain all to someone on AZ's side. This is Grisel, one of my comrades at Team Flail. Oh, so you're named after you. Fantastic. Awesome. Surely not giving away all the hints there. Let's just take this kid down. Right here, right now, while we've got a chance. Grisel, please do calm yourself. The Novel Cafe is here to offer comfort to the masses. It's no place to start a commotion. Fine, I sent you a location. If you care at all about knowing the truth, go there and wait. Well, close up, shop then head over. If you'd be so kind, please check a map and follow your own way. Find your own way. We'll meet you there. Well, I sure hope nobody comes over and finds somebody's at the stall. I never name, huh? Oh, I just probably hear you. I mean, just notice your condition. Ah. I didn't even want to check it out this way before. This is what Lysander had his base before. It's just in a whole different spot because it's not the 3DS version. Look at you, waiting like a good little boy. I imagine you must be asking yourself why we would want to meet in such a spot. This is Lysander Cafe. It was a very important place for anyone in Team Flare, though now it is an empty storefront. No one has any desire to rent a location so closely associated with such a disreputable group. And since no one wants it, we've taken the liberty of continuing to use it as a base for Team Flare. Or, more widely, for Team Flare Nouvelle. You do know about Team Flare, don't you? Of course I do. What could an outsider like you know what about Team Flare really was? I was there, woman. Grizel. Grizel, this kid is our enemy. He's nothing but an obstacle to all the goals we hope to achieve for Team Flare Nouvelle. There's no point in trying to explain everything to someone like this. Let's just get rid of him. The world has not been kind or forgiving toward those of us who are part of Team Flare. And I'm afraid it's all too understandable, sad though it is, that some hardened their hearts in response, like Grizel here has done. My apologies. I'm afraid there's simply no stopping Grizel once he is set on a course of action. Though it will mean revealing your battle tactics to me before our promotion match, so I must ask. Please, would you grant Grizel the battles he desires? How much do I need for the next 4,500? Or 45,000. Fight me! I will and I will win! Right there in front of us the whole time! I'm going to burn you to the ground! There won't be enough of you left to fight in the Zia Royale! New Team Flare thing is very interesting. Oh, there we go. There's the Team Flare jingle. Let's freaking do this. Bum 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 bum. Hurry you up. Got him. Aerodactyl. So, liquidation. Full stall. Block throw. Got him. Metagross. I'm gonna stop out real quick. I use this opportunity to restore your HP. Let's take fire. Flamethrower. Alright. Pyro gets a Mega Evolution. Okay. Let's do this. I expect this one to be rather majestic. I've got to win this battle! We can't let anyone stand in our way! Simba! Walk slow. You're cheating a bit by using a voice wall, but don't know. And Brick Break. This is ridiculous. I lost. My Pokemon lost. That was well fought. I expected nothing less from Team MZ's new ace, the one who seeks to save Lumio City. I'd say it's time for a little coffee break. Man knows how to take his breaks. Voila, we're number roasts our signature drink at Novel Cafe. Thank you. Acid has picked up the Pokemon who are battled for us as well. Now that we're all feeling refreshed, allow me to teach you about the true history of Team Flare, and what it is we hope to accomplish. Please join us aside. The fiery red of Lysander's burning passion. That is what fills the Lysander Cafe. And here, in this place, I'd like to explain to you why I chose to battle in the ZA Royale. Shall I begin with Team Flare? You see, the group known as Team Flare provided a place for people to come together and help one another, or to achieve a more beautiful world. However, our leader, a man named Lysander, grew disillusioned with humanity over time. Fearing what the future might bring, he set his sights on a new goal of his own, to reduce the number of people in the world. In the end, Lysander made a truly foolish choice. He chose to use the Ultimate Weapon. Do you know about the Ultimate Weapon, which nearly burned the Kalos region off the map? That weapon was AZ's creation. You may only see AZ as the kindly figure who has provided you with a place to call home. But if he had never built something so horrifying as that Ultimate Weapon, then Lysander would have never been driven to such madness, and we in Team Flare wouldn't have become society's outcasts. And now it appears AZ is out to save Lumiose, relying on the support of your Team MZ. Honestly, it's laughable. My apologies. I imagine you don't know how to respond to such an unexpected outpouring. And, of course, you might not even believe a word that I've said. That is why I invite you, Corey, to witness the truth yourself. How's that? You'll see. Open Sesame! I forgot I was password. Beyond that door lies the former Lysander Labs. It was a facility used for research in the days when Team Flare was still active. And it was down there that we learned AC's secrets for ourselves. That is where we learned of the terrible weapon that AC created. You must see the truth with your own eyes if you want to fully understand how awful it is. Lysander Labs was designed to be labyrinthine, and of course, many of our Pokemon have taken over the place since it was abandoned. You might be done in before you ever get to see the truth for yourself. I mean, I don't know. I have the capability. I have a lot of things under my hands. Don't expect a hot cup of coffee when and give you a few minutes to make it back up alive. Take care, Daniel. Man, memories. It's a lot more high definition than before. I figured enough time has passed for you to have gotten yourself in some trouble. Let me guess, you're down in Lysander Labs? If so, there should be an elevator right in front of you. See it? You need to find an elevator key. There should be one lying around here somewhere. Alright, let's find that elevator key. This is really labyrinthine. I found him. In you go. And never mind, oh well. If worst comes to worst, I'll always just train one up from the ground. from the ground up. Put another flash into the power supply unit. The lights are back on and nearby warp panels should work now. Okay, I see. Down! See what else on this now. Electric's here. Now I don't want to send out. Poison jab. Oh well, can't win them all. Lab key card A. And Dog Pulse. And then the clearance candy down here. Ultra Ball. How we got down here, so I'm not sure. Door opened. Oh, not even. So I got no even. It didn't get any of the others. Okay, I see how it is. Nothing this way. Oh, it is another Houndoom. And a Houndour. You better have fun here, buddy. There we go, there's Houndoom. Nice. Took care of that. Now we'd have an Houndour. Just want to double check. Another power supply. Can't do anything about that yet, so let's just go over here. Oh! Candies, all sorts of things. Ah! Ah! Oh, there's a key. Lab key card B. Picking up back up here. No need to waste time watching an animation display over and over again. Door opened. Let's see what's inside. Beldum! You're gonna be paying the cash, aren't you? I'm using the wrong kind of football. So wow, they're incredibly annoying to capsule already. Man, this is so ruined now. Goodness gracious. 5 years could really do something to a place. Just dust everywhere, everything's just abandoned. That was even a hole in the ground. There we go, there's my magic. Okay. Right over through heal. Can't even read anything, it's been too long. There's this room over here. I get to check. Tiny mushroom. And a max of 5. And of course the power generator. Let's go to the warp panel and get teleported. Nugget. Yep. Oh, that's an alpha hallmark. Technically, I already got one by means of, you know, Flower Zone 10, but it's still Pokemon. Ow. Ow. I would very much like to restore my health, please. Oh, you even managed to for that. I'll just take this. Keep it there. No, no. You're meant to go free. Leave me alone. Why are you after me? There's a little Pokemon attacking you, doing nothing about it. Oh, now you're trying to do something about it. Goodness gracious. That was close. Oh, it was a small one. There's a Pokeball for a Force Storm. That's this man, trick. All this full wave candy, but I'll take as much of those as I can take. That is an Alpha H-Slash. That is an Alpha H-Slash. That is literally an Alpha H-Slash waiting right there in the corner. Who's gonna go after it? And H-Slash starts in the way. Looks like he has been defeated to continue on ahead. Do it! Hell yeah. Yes. Yes. The path's not clear. There's that. Got an elevator key. It's one of the standing stones that line Route 10 all the way to the ruins in Geosense Town. These stones appear to behave in a mysterious manner. They usually emit energy, but when the ultimate weapon is activated, that reverses. They then begin to absorb energy from Pokemon attached to them. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, that should walk me back to the elevator, it seems. If I ever... If there was an item there. Yes, it does. Okay, needs to be right again. Don't think you can escape from the corner of my eye! Might as well get impact. Alright, down we go. We can now use the elevator. Well, bottom second floor. Let's delay our trip to the bottom third floor as much as we can. Third floor? Yeah, I know I want me to go to the third floor, but just give me this moment. This has been where AC was imprisoned, back in X and Y. Of course, we got lore dumped about what exactly the ultimate weapon was, and all that stuff, if anybody remembers the play of X and Y. And down here, was why we made a choice to try to stop the ultimate weapon beforehand. Someone was receiving power back on in response to your presence. Security check initialized. Possessor of all key cards has been confirmed. Commencing partial reboot of systems. Systems rebooted. Voice guidance enabled. 4 files are available for playback. File 1, the device. File 2, the fuel. File 3, the legends. File 4, our shared dream. Which file would you like to review? Let's go for all of them in order. The device that grants life. This device was created 3,000 years in the past. It was originally designed to restore life to a Pokemon that had perished. We had found this ultimate weapon buried in the earth beneath Geosense Town. And it's been well preserved. We believe we could have it operational with a little work. But we have not yet found the necessary key to activate the weapon. We believe AC should still possess it since he was the machine's creator. We must fight him and capture him, without delay. The device that grants life, in fact, grants the deceased life stolen from other Pokemon. This is because the basic function of the device is to distill the energy into its purest form, then emit that distilled energy. This emission can take the form of convection, radiation, or conduction. Thus, life can be conducted back into a Pokemon that had lost its own, allowing it to be revived. What then would occur if we were to fuel the device with the energy of a legendary Pokemon? Kalos is said to have 2 legendary Pokemon. I forgot the third one! Xerneas, which represents life and rebirth, and Yveltal, representing destruction and death. The power to grant life, and the power to steal life. These are mysterious abilities that even science has not been able to decode. What would happen to the world if we were to use such power to activate the ultimate weapon? Our shared dream. As the world grows wealthier, the number of Pokemon and people will only continue to grow, and that growth will invite new difficulties. In time, life will fill every corner of the planet until normal life can be sustained. When there is only one of something, it cannot be shared. When something cannot be shared, it will be fought over. And when something is fought over, some must survive without it. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or death, is to reduce the number of living things. My comment to Team Flare, the time has come to lead the world toward a more beautiful future. Hi, Zygarde. Have you learned the secret of the ultimate weapon? How truly abominable it was. AZ created that weapon. Then, 1,000 years later, he also made a device that now dwells within Prism Tower. Why are you here? Zygarde seemed to wish that I come to this place. I have lost most of my memories, and yet, this place does bring back something. What I remember most clearly is AZ. When I spoke with him 5 years ago, through the bars of his cell, I did not know his true intent, but I did learn of the device within Prism Tower. I set my mind on activating both the ultimate weapon and that device. But to activate the device required a certain Pokemon, one particular Floret, and there was no way to know where that Floret could be found. That led me to abandon my plans for the tower's device. But the ultimate weapon could still be activated using the key AZ carried, and so I did. There was an explosion, I remember that much, though I cannot recall the cause of it. Perhaps the weapon was incomplete. I was buried deep in the earth, together with Team Flare's secret base. But you're still alive. Zygarde saved me. It works to protect all living creatures in the area from the light raining down, the deadly light of the ultimate weapon. In doing so, Zygarde exhausted its own power. But after weapon's activation, the device of Prism Tower awakened as well, sensing danger. Now it has become a threat to Lumiose, and could fully lose control at any time. To stop the device and protect the city, Zygarde must have gained its true power. It has given me a mission. Sooner or later, the tower will enter a frenzied state similar to Rogue Mega Evolution. The only one who can bring it back under control is AZ's Floret. Yes, we need the Eternal Flower, and a trainer who can draw force of full power. This is the truth I know. And now, you have to learn all that those young people waiting in Lysandre Cafe wanted you to learn. Go and speak with Grissom and use AZ. Then do what must be done. Oh, bye, Zygarde. And L. No, wait, you're right here. We have learned of a dangerous roof. Although to people who played X and Y, this is really no secret of knowledge. This is just recounting the effects of X and Y for those who didn't play it. Next time on Let's Play Pokemon Legends ZA, we're going to go speak with Grissom, and then AZ. And then we'll gather our challenger ticket, so that we may be able to challenge Grissom, and do something about the future of Lumiose. See you guys then.